found this Beast Wars Retrax at Ollie's for just a couple bucks. And this is an amazing Transformer. It just looks so early 2000s, late 90s. We'll talk about that in a second, but the reason I feel this was at Ollie's is because I think they had an issue with how the blister pack fit over the card, because all of them were taped at the store. So I'm guessing it was just a bad batch, but from what I can tell, everything's here. So let's open up this guy. Well, that was extremely easy. There he is. He's still tied down with these little plastic ties, so I'm gonna have to get him removed from it. All right, so here he is. He's kind of like an evil roly-poly. So he can curl up into a ball just like this, but he can also transform into robot mode. There he is. There's Retrax, all roboted out. You know, honestly, I like the beast form of this guy a whole lot more, but we're gonna get into things that I like about him, things I don't like about him, what I might have changed, because no matter what, like, a Transformer is a cool toy. It's two toys in one. It's a robot and also a creepy bug. But let's get into it with Retrax. And here is a close-up look at Retrax. This is a really great bug form. You can definitely tell that a lot of attention was made to create this like a creepy crawly thing. Like, in fact, creepy crawlers is something that comes to mind when I think about this guy. But he is a Beast Wars Transformer, so he does have a robot mode. So let's transform him because that's what he does. So first you have to undo that part, the legs come down, very, very, very simple figure to transform. There's not a whole lot behind him, and once I get this head out, he will be transformed. And you can kind of see, like, he just wants to give everybody a hug. This is one of the things that I'm not too crazy about, is just the limited mobility of this figure. Everything is on these little torsion springs, like these kind of hinges, that make him clap. Kind of, if you look at this, like, that's his weapon, is to clap with these pokey things. I would have liked to have seen, and this is something that I definitely would have changed, I would have liked to have seen his hands come out a little bit and maybe hold a weapon. Maybe these would have detached and they could have been a blaster of some kind. This could have come out and been like a sword of some kind, but that's just not what we get here with Retrax. We just get a very simple, I don't know, I mean, how many steps was that? Like 5, I think, in total? Really, what I want to go over is, like, the beast form, because I think that's the more interesting part of this figure. So let's do that. Let's transform him back, and you can just see how easy this is. This part goes up, this part goes up, and we now have our beast form guy. The part that does get a little tricky is this part. Like, if it's not locked into place using these little hinges and pins, you're going to have a tough time with this figure. So that's something I would have changed, maybe have some kind of locking mechanism, maybe just have it on a normal hinge. It is kind of a nice action feature if you just let it go like that. Of course, when I do it, it doesn't really work all that great. This is Retrax in basically like Madball's form, and then here he is as a kind of the creepy crawly guy, and this is the part I absolutely love about him, right? Like, I've been talking about this bug form for a while. These little feet, these little feeties come down, and he can kind of skitter. This is just like a great bug feature. Oh, I didn't even notice this. There is a slight translucency with it. You can see some of that yellow hinges right there by his mandibles. This is translucent, and then this paint over there covers some of that translucency. Yes, it goes all the way. No wonder why I like this guy. No wonder why I was drawn to him, because there is translucency, and you can kind of see that. A very simple, straightforward figure from Beast Wars. I'll set him down right there, over in the Wayne Manor study. I know I've said in the past that I like simpler Transformers. This one, a little too simple for me, to be honest. And really what it comes down to is the arms. These arms, it is very much just what you see is what you get, and the beast form is kind of what you're buying this for. At least that's what I bought it for, and that was kind of my expectation, and now that's it. So, you know, I think I've got enough. All right, Retrax, let's go. So what do I think about Retrax in total? I think the biggest thing I learned from him is his beast form is by far the coolest. The robot form is a little limited, it's a little finicky with the way that the arms work. Now you could say that it's an action feature where he can kind of claw and grab onto other Transformers, any of the Maximals or other Predacons, I suppose, but it was clear that a lot of the attention was put in his beast form, which I don't mind. When he's in the entire ball mode, he does kind of look like one of the Mad Balls, so I'm not mad about that at all. I didn't realize that was a pun, but it is. Was this a figure for like $20, $24 originally? I don't think so, but for like the $5 or $7 that I ended up paying for him because I had the coupon, this was a good pickup. I think for now, I am going to put him back into beast mode. Let him be Retrax in beast mode forevermore. So hey, if you like action figures, if you like things like Transformers, Nerf, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, pop culture toys, collectibles, things like that, you should definitely follow along. Because if you got this far in the video, I think it only makes sense that you also like similar things to me, and you might not want to miss future videos that I'm putting out there. So for me and Retrax, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.